D'accord. Euh, parce que c'est
Lol.
bon.
Yep, we epic quiz.
In terms of webcam, we have you.
John Kiramudu Tejasvi.
What is that?
Un transfert.
Transfert, ok.
Is it getting with the color misal?
Bihaspatia Diana.
In terms of webcam, we have no webcams. Yes.
The Google Meet.
Bipan Mahima.
I must buy one, but it's lit. Lit.
In terms of webcam, we have no webcam.
Buluwan Kalpana.
4K OS. So
Kalpana na sana. Ay, wow.
Buluwan Kalpana.
Oh, what?
Inside Google, inside.
Didier, you don't need to buy a camera. Really, you don't need to buy a camera. I don't know you people. That's why I want to have a look.
Oh, okay.
Me,
Okay.
you really don't need a camera.
Yes, but
Parce
we need a webcam.
Je peux lire. Toi, Tarana et Kritisha.
Oui.
Kritisha.
Kita berbunyi wonder
Kunjal Pujita.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait.
Présent, Miss.
D'accord. Kunjal Pujita est présente.
Oui.
D'accord. Edouard Paramesha.
Ça peut me faire moi la fête.
Gopi Bhatia Kashish Aryan.
Ariana.
Aras Terun.
Di Palu lah.
Taritaya Ishan.
Di Palu lah.
Iman Baks Mohamed Ryan Ali.
Di Palu lah.
Jorawan Mohamed Zaid Ali.
Présent, Miss.
Joseph Aroka
Okay,
Diviesh.
wait. Présent, Miss. I'm
Kishan
playing
Jogesh.
Présent, Miss.
Conquer. I'm playing Conquer.
Mais oui, chiffre moi, grave.
Kutubali Ume Roman. Kodia Sadia Maïza.
Présente, Miss.
Levin Tejaswini. Levin.
Yes.
Présent, Miss.
Okay.
D'accord. Nilan Cheshna. Does anyone have Cheshna's number?
C'est un bourré.
Baglass.
No one? If ever you have Cheshna's number, can you please ask her to join the class?
Mais là, moi, pas qu'il travaille meeting.
In terms of webcam, we have no webcam, so
Mengget Alhamim tu tenaga mana lah. Abut katanya di snap susu juga. I mean you are not that guy, but ya li and minute.
Newa Yuvika.
mau ko gitu mau men ko sa ko fa kan ne nam na ko.
Get this so mi sa selo. Misa Quintel.
Donc Newa Yuvika absent. Palwanyanish absent. Tatiani Lanjana.
Présente, Miss.
Ramtohel Shreya.
Hai. Yanisha di pala.
Ramtola Zaina.
Présente, Miss.
Tanda mau menjadi.
Sibarot Tavish.
Attends, avant de dire.
Yanish
Tavish. Sigulam Ritisha Devi.
Quelle est là pour faire son dîner.
Pourquoi est-ce que Yanish ne dit pas présent? S'il est là, pourquoi est-ce qu'il ne peut pas être présent? Sedali Javia Madani.
Madani.
Sedali.
Présent.
Yadin Boumanyu.
Le Mario, il peut rejoindre.
Il est où là?
Il va rejoindre encore.
Oh no.
Ok.
Non, il va
Au
rejoindre.
début de chaque classe, I'm going to take the attendance. Okay?
Okay.
Yanish, if you don't wear your earphones, you'll not be able to follow the class. I'll be explaining. Newa Yuvika.
Mahima has joined.
Newa Yuvika. No. Mahima, what is your surname?
Mahima.
Deepan. Est-ce que tu peux demander à Krishna to join the class, please?
Et combien d'enfants il a
18.
Combien d'enfants il a dans la classe?
I don't know.
In terms of
Yes.
mic.
Hello everyone. I'm new to the school. I don't think you know me. Et pareillement, je vous connais pas. Malheureusement, notre début de classe doit se faire virtuellement. It's not the ideal concept to have an introduction, but still we have no choice. I'll be taking the attendance at the start of each class. So if ever you happen to not to be here, je vais mettre absent.
Okay.
And there's a report that we have to submit to school on a daily basis. And maybe they ask us to submit a complete report of what we did, the students who attended, the students who were absent and unresponsive, upon resumption of schools.
What if the Wi-Fi stops working?
That's another issue. Then you have to inform me, and I write the same in my report. It may happen that my Wi-Fi stops working or there's no electricity at my place. But still, néanmoins, it will happen only once or twice. Not that many times, isn't it?
It does happen a lot of times.
Why do you live in a forest?
No, it's because of might. It's really bad.
I don't know, maybe they'll try to increase the Wi-Fi over the speed or something.
No, it's just because of a lot of people is using it at once. So the servers just die.
My case is worse, you know. The metro léger, the construction of the metro léger is just next to my house. So at times I have power cuts. My
Okay.
case is much worse than you, don't worry about it. If ever you have a genuine issue, we'll take that into consideration, but mostly you should be here for the class. If you are unable to attend, you should inform either before or after the class.
Yep.
Okay? You have a lot of responsibility now. Actually, you have more responsibility compared to earlier. Avant, c'est cette absence et cette responsabilité. Là aussi, professeur, tu peux dire, prends notes, checker s'il prend notes, checker si tu peux faire des votes, checker si tu peux comprendre, expliquer quelquefois. Mais là, c'est différent. I will be uploading the notes, I'll be uploading the homework. You are going to have to follow. And aussi, if you are unable to follow, have access to anything, you'll have to find a way to contact me, maybe by email. Sure, I'll get your email.
But if you don't have Wi-Fi, you cannot even contact you with email.
Voilà d'autres ce que j'ai à vous dire. On n'a pas de révision à faire. You used to do BE earlier. Là, c'est economics, séparé de business et de account. Donc, on va commencer avec la classe, notre premier topic. Tout le monde n'est pas là. Je crois qu'on est à 21. Il y a environ 28 élèves dans votre classe. I'm really sorry, but the server avoids its values. D'accord? Je vais faire l'explication pour ceux et celles qui sont là.
Oui.
Do you have access to both your Google Meet and the Google Classroom right now?
Yep.
Yes.
I'll be uploading a file in a few minutes.
Okay.
Good. And this is going to be the notes for the first chapter. Luckily, you won't have to copy much in your copybooks. Do you have a copybook in front of you?
Yep.
Yes.
Good.
Nah, bro, I'm just gonna save the file and copy.
Unlike in the physical setting. Donc, I'll be sending you notes either PDF version or a document. Et on va faire l'explication en personne. Je vais vous donner des devoirs. Vous allez avoir le temps, assez de temps pour faire les devoirs et tout. I'm not be giving you homework aujourd'hui pour demain. I'm des petits exercices vraiment.
Et Google
Even the
Google
exercises
Classroom
will
là
be
qui code ça?
uploaded on the Google Classroom. You'll have to do it and then to submit. I will
Google
correct
Classroom
and
là
then
qui
I
code ça?
will give you personal feedback and I may even
Tu vas
mark
rejoindre?
some of them. Fine.
Non? Laquelle là?
Do you have any questions for me?
Ah, vraiment.
Pardon?
Tu me là?
Qui disait?
How do we submit the homework?
Okay. Do you want tutorial videos? I can post some YouTube tutorial videos on the classroom. You may watch it and it will become very easy for you to submit homework. Usually there's a submit button. You just have to click hand in or submit and then it will be submitted to me. Another thing, let's say Divyesh has submitted a
Why me?
homework. Only I will have access to the homework. It's going to be Divyesh and I will be able to modify and view the homework. No one else, neither Zaina or Ayush or Mahima will have access to Divyesh's homework. C'est bon? Donc, whatever there is, feel free to write, feel free to communicate with me. You may send me a private message. Only I will be able to give a message. None of your friends will be able to have access to it. And I'll reply.
Okay.
Surtout si vous avez des
C'est peut-être école là.
quelquefois en classe,
Nope.
Non.
de par l'expression de l'élève, tu peux
Ouais.
arriver à voir que l'élève n'arrive pas à comprendre.
I can hear it now.
But right now I can't see any of you. So that's going to be difficult. Feel free to ask questions. If you are timid, don't worry, your friends will not have access to it. If you are unsure about Google Classroom, there's always email. You can email me. Fine?
Okay.
Hey.
I don't die.
Ouais. Bon, quand même, t'as psychosé là.
I have already uploaded the document. Just refresh your Google Classroom and then you'll have it. Just open it. We are going to use it for the
Ouais,
explanation.
scarcity, opportunity, cost and choice.
Bad apple.
Scarcity. Ok, il a marqué donc. Comparaison là.
If you are able to open the document, just raise your hand so that I know.
Interrompez-moi là pour Google Classroom. Send me, bro.
Oh, I got it.
Ow.
Okay, I open in the document and I just print it. Should I print it?
Qui c'est toi?
Send.
Hey,
Pina.
Qui parle de
Google Classroom.
leader WhatsApp là?
Ouais. Allez.
Fouf, moi, on the one going dark. Moi,
Go
regarde
one
message.
going dark.
Ouais. Tu vas trouver?
Ouais, moi tout.
Hey, Dieu.
Yep.
D'accord.
Allez, a bit quicker.
Quand tu dis moi, oh, she has a webcam.
Oh, what?
Huh?
What the hell?
Ok, je me crois que tu as unmute le mic là-bas.
Non.
Tu peux péter un
Oh, mais-
là-bas, il peut.
Donc, moi, push tu dois que c'est ça, moi, je mets kilo.
Parce que tu n'as pas accès au document. Non, tu as eu accès au document.
Ouais.
C'est bon? Quelqu'un a des problèmes par rapport au document?
C'est un mono,
Can we
est-ce
stop?
qu'il y a city, ça?
Donc, Quand j'étais à la cantine, est-ce que c'est tout le temps facile de choisir qui je peux acheter, qui je ne peux pas acheter? Non.
Oui.
C'est très
What?
difficile.
No.
Are you sure you want to share anything?
So.
You said that if there's any problem on going to the canteen,
Yes.
by choosing, yes, it's kind of a problem because there's a lot of students over there already in line.
Non, tout ça là, nous pas intéressé. On s'intéresse à quand
Et
tu veux
si le bug a
acheter
pas de
quelque
problème, t'es
chose.
mieux.
Let's say you've got
C'est
50
juste là.
rupees and you really want to buy something. Est-ce que le choix, c'est facile à faire un choix ou bien c'est très très difficile?
I don't because I don't really go to the canteen. So,
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
yes.
Yes.
Good. Do you see a whiteboard?
Yes.
Very good. Donc, usually,
iPad, non. Pas iPad. Non.
Yes.
je vais expliquer en créole, ce serait mieux pour tout le monde ou anglais ou français. Vous préférez quel langage?
Créole.
In Japanese.
Anglais, allez.
Anglais.
Usually, d'accord. Let's say that you have 50 rupees.
I am broke. I don't even have 1 rupee.
Usually, when we go to the canteen, 50 rupees usually will not be sufficient to buy everything that you want. It never happens that you want to
I
buy,
Two
No,
roti.
livré, but I
let's say you want to buy
Ouais, ouais.
2 Doritos.
Doritos.
Sorry, and Doritos.
And then you want to buy roti. And then maybe
Roti là, c'est
Coca-Cola.
c'est 20.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
And
Ouais,
then
40.
some chocolate.
Voilà.
Glacé 35. Continuez.
Maybe you need
Roti,
copybooks.
Copybook, ça, bon,
Who needs that?
C'est passé, bon, on sait
etc.
les passer.
The list can go on and on and on and on.
Yep.
Why does this list become very long or is even infinite at times? Why?
We want everything.
We want
C'est parce qu'il
everything.
sait.
Why do we want everything?
c'est want.
Because we need to.
It's a want.
It's a want.
Please ourselves.
Pardon?
To please ourselves.
To
Please.
please ourselves.
Tu montes ta main.
Allow. Explain everything.
Pushing to record with you. Disable Android permission.
Hello.
Oui.
Hello.
I think I lost you.
Lol.
Wait, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
I think I lost connection.
Lost.
Oli al the Chrome. There is no
Donc,
hub là-bas. You are limited to one slide.
So, when you go to the canteen and you want to buy many things, which term can we apply to that knowledge? To this situation?
Nine.
Want. Did you hear want?
Want.
Want. Can you still see the whiteboard?
Yes.
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 Donc, when we go to the canteen, we have wants. Which words do you use to describe our wants?
Bon, bah, qu'est-ce qu'on voit?
C'est quoi le mot qu'on utilise d'ordinaire?
Bien bizarre.
Ramtola, can you answer?
Yes, desires.
Desires. There is one word, unlimited.
Unlimited what?
want.
Unlimited wants.
You're okay.
I said unlimited once, not
Vous
once.
n'avez pas fait ça l'année dernière ou
Unlimited
l'année
wants.
d'avant?
Nope.
D'accord, I thought you
Eh,
already
man,
knew about it.
tu fais rare de faux vidéos, ok?
I forgot already.
Allez, pas de problème, on reprend.
On reprend. Ouais.
Like slate, on reprend. I want all of you for few minutes, let's say 30 seconds, a few minutes, 30 seconds. I want you to close your eyes and think about everything you want to buy right now. Don't think about the money.
Okay.
Don't think about
Okay,
from where you're going to get it from which country. Just think
a
about
gaming
all that you
setup,
want right now.
A good
You have
Wi-Fi.
30 seconds.
I want. Okay.
I want a good Wi-Fi, gaming setup. Elon Musk's money.
I want to pay subscription for the Apple and buy the Filmora.
What do you want a subscription for? Red lasers. TVH wants.
DBH, what do you
Yes.
want?
I want an RTX 3890 Ti.
What the fuck?
What is that?
It's a graphics card. It's the best graphic card right now. It's
Can I just
1,500.
write? Okay, can I just write graphic card?
Yep.
You're a gamer.
Yes.
Ali, what else do you want?
I want 64 GB RAM.
64 GB RAM and then
RGB keyboard and everything is RGB.
RTB,
RGB.
RGB,
RGB. Yep.
Ali. Keyboard,
Everything.
Ayo.
etc.
Tu peux changer a gaming system.
And I want Battlefield 2086. No, wait, 2042.
Battlefield 20.
Tu
42.
dit ça là.
Okay, 242. 2042. There's
Yep.
a list and
Where's the
DBH, or there's
242?
more.
What?
There's a list and here, or there's more things that you want. Sorry.
Yeah, and code.
Maybe.
Jemo.
Aren't you hungry? Don't you want to have fast food and a car and clothes
car.
and a Rolex?
You pay me that. Dali.
APS
To
Plus. I
travel
guess.
around the world?
Hungry tali bedo mo na manger. Dali
Yes.
KFC, McDonald's lagi.
Allez, we lost
I
it.
want KFC.
You want KFC?
Yes.
Okay, something to drink
Don't.
with it.
Cook.
Coke.
Okay, a personal driver and a nice car.
Elon Musk. Tesla. I want
Tesla.
a Tesla. Yep.
The latest design.
That
Don't you want
baby
to go to
girl.
Mars?
Pas dire.
What did he say?
DBH.
If you want to go to Mars.
Yeah. So as we can see, the list of DBH wants, it keeps on going on and on and on and on and on. It's never ending. When things are never ending, we have a word for it. It's unlimited.
Yes, sir.
Wants are
Yes, sir.
unlimited. Why are wants unlimited? The reason is that people tend to be greedy.
Yes, I'm greedy. I need.
There is someone known as Smith. He is the
Smith?
founding father of economics.
I need everything.
He believes that people tend to be very greedy. Because we are greedy,
Ashmi
as soon
Takas.
as one want
Really?
is satisfied, we immediately want to have another thing. Let's say I'm very hungry, I want to have a pizza. I'll have a pizza. As soon as I have eaten the pizza, I want to have, I want to drink some Fanta. I have Fanta, and then I want ice cream. After the ice cream, I may want to go shopping. I'll buy clothes. Once I reach home, I'll be hungry again. I want to have some KFC. Once I have some KFC, I want to watch a movie. Maybe the next day I want to travel somewhere. Wants keep on changing. We have unlimited wants. Is this fine? Question?
Oui. No.
No. Now, contrary to wants, contrary to our unlimited wants, we also have something known as needs. Usually there are 3 types of needs: food, shelter, and clothing. Food, shelter, and clothing are needs. Needs are essential for survival. Essential for survival. En d'autres termes, si nous payons our needs, nous mourons. If you don't have food, you're not going to live for long. If you don't have a house to protect you from the sun, from the rain, you may catch some disease and then you die. If you don't have clothing to protect yourself from the cold and from dust, etc., etc., again, you'll fall sick and then you'll eventually die. Donc, needs are essential for survival. Wants are not essential for survival. These are desires. Okay? Needs absolutely necessary for survival. Wants not essential. Wants are unlimited. Now let's say I want to buy a shirt. Quelqu'un peut se porter volontaire pour les questions? Ayush?
Oui.
Allez.
You're
Ayush,
done,
you
brother.
want to buy a shirt. Unmute your microphone. I'll be asking you a few questions, Ayush.
Oui.
Donc, you want to buy a shirt. How are you going to get that shirt?
Not budget.
Through online shopping and
I wish I could
going
answer
to
that.
shop.
Okay. Before the shirt reaches the shop,
Stealing.
what happens prior to it? Someone needs to
Gets paid,
manufacture it
yes, from a factory.
from a factory. Donc, whatever we want, shirt or other piece of clothing, pizza, watch, you want to have a book, you want to have a tab, you want to have some
Right.
kind of games and keyboard and whatever.
What?
All of
Games and
these,
keyboards?
they need to be produced.
That's disrespect.
And if something needs to be produced, it means that we require resources. Resources are raw materials.
Yep.
We know it's raw materials.
Okay? Donc, resources can be of 2 different types. We can have renewable resources and we can have non-renewable resources. Renewable means une fois qu'on a utilisé, there is going to be a natural processes. After that process, you'll have that resource back. For example, wind. I use the wind to produce
Unlimited.
electricity.
So
Once I am done with it,
use wind
It's
to
an
make what?
unlimited-
I'm going to have wind again tomorrow and the after
Make
tomorrow
games.
till the infinity of time.
Electricity that-
We cannot
No,
just
make
use
games.
up wind. Wind, jamais il est fini. Tout le temps, il a le vent.
We will see.
C'est pareil comme la
On
mer.
est capable de servir pour des
Oh, shit.
professeurs.
C'est
Power
infini.
up the Game Boy.
When I la mer,
Oh,
when
really?
prend
Oh, yep, we can do that.
a bucket of seawater, let's say, of salt water, I come back home. Did the ocean dry up because of that? I don't think so. Another one, you can have Maybe oxygen. Trees constantly produce oxygen for us. Rainwater. These are renewable. Now, non-renewable, you're going to have petrol, cooking gas, trouble, coal. Now, petrol and cooking gas, they come from the same source. You have petroleum, the heavy petroleum, which is extracted from the earth, and then there is a distillation process whereby you have petrol, diesel, cooking gas, etc., etc. However, the petroleum reserves, they are very rare and they are exhaustive in nature. The word is exhaustive. Exhaustive means un jour ou l'autre, it's going to end. At some point in time, we won't have it anymore. Donc, raw materials can be renewable and non-renewable. C'est bon?
Hope people raise hand. I don't know why.
Resources can be renewable. We don't have to worry about renewable resources because renewable resources will have them time and again. And then we have non-renewable resources. We have to worry about those because one day we'll no longer have them and we'll have to change our lifestyle. Another example of non-renewable resource is gold. You have gold in watches, in your smartphone. If we no longer have gold, we will have to replace that component in your watch and your smartphone. C'est bon? Now, another thing about resources is that we have alternative uses. I want a girl to talk. Can you tell me about alternative uses? What do you think about it?
Finally, a girl to talk.
Tejashwini, Levin, can you explain? Levin? No, you're not here.
Hey, what happened to the bee?
Miss, nous commençons à faire pour remplacer.
Remplacer. Ça, c'est pour le pétama remplace non-renewable resources, comme dans place servi pétrole, diesel, servi gaz ou le soleil.
Non, madame, c'est pas une quitteuse dans in the market. Il y a un affaire qui m'a dit qu'elle remplace. Il servait même purpose en has affaire là.
Okay, we have another word for that substitute. We learn that later on. Alternative uses veut dire et non plusieurs façons nous qu'a servi. Alternative, it's an English word. You can use it in your essays. Alternative veut dire choices, veut dire many. If you have alternatives, it means that you have choices. An alternative word veut dire a word which can replace another one, synonyms. Alternatives. Oui, tu veux dire quelque chose? Alternative veut dire many. Alternative veut dire choice. Alternative uses, for example, water. We can use water for cooking. We can use water to take a bath. We can use water for irrigation, gardening.
Wait, running water.
To produce electricity.
Running water.
To survive.
For ironing.
Oh yeah, I will tell her. Isn't it running water?
Running water, you mean tap water?
No. Like, you know, waterfall.
Yep.
Like,
for electricity, yes.
Yep.
To generate energy.
What
is
this?
For electricity. You can use water from the waterfall for irrigation as well. You can use water from the waterfall, de l'eau la source, for cooking, for drinking. You can just get yourself in that waterfall and take a bath, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So these are few examples. Wood, for example, with a piece of wood, we can produce paper, we can produce furniture, we can use it for construction purposes. You can use it to plant something in it. Okay? We have many options. We have alternative uses. Donc, resources, be it renewable and non-renewable one, have alternative uses. It means that there are many different ways that we can use the same resources. Is this fine?
Yes.
Does anyone have any questions so far?
Any guys precisement finir?
If you have question, raise your hand.
Any guys precisement finir?
Okay, so now we have a situation where we have unlimited wants but limited resources. Unlimited wants because our wants are never ending, because people are greedy in nature, they keep on having desires. As soon as they satisfy one want, they have a new want. C'est bon? Satisfy one want, you're going to have
C'est mon profile picture.
a new want.
Yep.
Limited resources because we have some non-renewable resources,
Echo.
and then all resources have alternative uses. Non-renewable, they are exhaustive in nature. That is, you're going to use them up at one point in time. You don't have infinite amount of resources. Now, this situation of having unlimited wants and limited resources, do you think that's problematic? Is it a problem? Yes, Divyesh.
No. No.
No, it's not a problem.
I mean, yes.
Allez. We no longer have crude petroleum. We no longer can produce petrol and cooking gas and diesel. How are we going to run our cars? Hybrid cars still run on petrol for part of it. The ecological cars, they cost a lot. It's very difficult to get one, especially in Mauritius. If we run out of gold, apparently by 2050 we'll run out of gold. If we run out of gold, we'll not be able to produce watches, we'll not be able to produce smartphones, tablets, laptops, and we are addicted to these things. They form part of our daily life. We cannot live without them.
Yep, we are doing online classes with it.
Exactly. Donc, having limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants is a problem. It is known as the basic economic problem. Another word for it is
simple economic
scarcity.
Okay, never mind.
Okay? Now, you can have a two mark question. Pardon. You can have a 2-mark question whereby they ask you define scarcity. How do you define scarcity? Scarcity refers to having limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants. Okay?
Yep.
Now, when we have limited resources and unlimited wants, that is scarcity. Donc, on reprend. Scarcity equal to having
So I'm removing all my videos.
Limited.
So yes.
Resources to satisfy unlimited wants. When we have limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants, we have to choose carefully. Comment ça va se faire? I have limited resources. Let's take the example of water. I have to decide carefully whether I use my water for drinking purpose, for cooking purpose, for gardening, for washing. How am I going to use it? Déjà, we have to choose between alternative uses for this one. As for
What?
unlimited wants,
Dans le futur,
we have to
celui
choose
électrique,
which wants to satisfy,
Dia apa pun lah.
non, pas
Choose
pas
which
zone.
wants
Go
to
to
satisfy,
Non,
and
ne pas prendre l'arceuse.
which wants to sacrifice.
Lithium is
I go to the
becoming very
canteen,
scarce
I
right now.
have 20
And,
rupees.
couple of years
I
it
want to buy
saved
a
that.
pair of dal puri and I want to buy a Doritos. I have to choose. I cannot buy both of those items. Either I buy the dal puri or I buy the Doritos. If I buy the dal puri, I'll not have any Doritos. I have sacrificed
Wait,
my
no,
want
no.
for Doritos. Pardon. If I buy Doritos, I have sacrificed my want for dal puri. Okay? Now, limited resources, we have to choose between alternative. Unlimited wants, we have to choose which wants to satisfy and which wants to sacrifice. In both of these cases, you're going to find the word choose. When we have scarcity, we need to make a choice. We have to choose between our options. We have to choose between alternatives. And the reason that we need to make a choice, the reason that we have to choose is because of scarcity. À cause nous avons seguinte ressources, limited resources, and zo point zo di pou fini. Aussi, nous avons unlimited wants, nous avons ban désir, ban l'envie qui est infini. À chaque fois nous remplace n, nous satisfait n, mais nouveau. Nous avons un problème qui nous appelle scarcity. Quand nous avons scarcity, là, nous devons choisir comment nous pouvons servir nos ressources qui tigit et qui désire nous pouvons satisfaire en premier. Donc, nous avons pour prendre une décision, nous avons pour faire un choix. We call that choice. So far, so good? Any questions so far?
No.
Non. Je crois qu'on a dépassé l'heure pour la classe, non?
Wait, what?
Oui.
Can I have 2 or 3 more minutes? May I please?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
thank you.
Kita macam yes.
Donc, pour résumer, we have scarcity, limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants. Because of scarcity, we need to make a choice. And when we make a choice, we have an
classe là.
opportunity cost. Donc, opportunity cost, c'est quoi?
NVIDIA graphics card, RGB, keyboard, vertical.
Opportunity cost, c'est quoi? Scarcity, c'est limited resources to satisfy
Okay, nice.
unlimited wants.
Break lah, no?
Choice, choosing between alternatives because we are having scarcity. When we make a choice, we choose one want, we sacrifice another want. We choose one, we sacrifice another one. For example, I go to the canteen, I have 20 rupees, I want to buy one Doritos and a pair of dal puri. I have 50 rupees. I go to the canteen. Not 50, 20. I have 20 rupees. I go to the canteen. Either I buy a packet of Doritos or I buy a pair of dal puri. Deviation, let's say that the packet of Doritos costs 20 rupees. It's going to be easier for me. Now, I decide to buy the pack of Doritos. This is my choice. This one is going to be my sacrifice. It's the item that I have sacrificed. N'est-ce pas? Avec un D. I sacrificed this item. In economics, we are not going to call it a sacrifice. We are going to call it an opportunity cost. Opportunity cost, you define it by saying it's the next best alternative foregone. Next, prochain, best, meilleur, alternative, choice, foregone, sacrifié. Foregone veut dire sacrifié. Next best alternative foregone veut dire prochain choix qui me tient non, me sacrifier. Doritos dal puri. I have chosen Doritos. My choice is Doritos. My sacrifice, my opportunity cost, the choice that I have foregone is dal puri. C'est juste après Doritos sur ma liste de wants. Donc, next best alternative, foregone. Does anyone have any question?
No.
Allez, vous allez lire page 1 and 2 of the notes that I have uploaded. I think you're working. Do you have all 5 periods with me? Yes, you do. We'll be meeting again tomorrow. I'm going to correct the classwork. And then tomorrow we are going to do the explanation for economic good and free good. If you want, you can go over it, or else I'll be explaining tomorrow. No problem. Fine? I'm sorry I took some extra time from you. If
Okay.
Yes.
Miss,
Oui.
Miss,
Oui.
homework demande la même homework.
Dans le homework. Vous pouvez vous taper tutorial donc comment pour servir Google Classroom. If ever you still have some issues, then we'll see. C'est bon?
Yes. Bisa copier ma note ça.
Non, pas nécessaire de copier notes. Vous pouvez avoir les notes là, vous tenez en lien au PDF, vous pas les print. Mais seulement à la rentrée, I need to be able to see the notes in front of me.
Alright.
Ouais. À la rentrée, vous devez faire trouver cette note. Oui, Ayush.
For the homework, can we send you through Word document or PDF?
Right now, no need for these. These are classwork, class activities. Homework which need to be handed in. I will specify that you have to submit the homework within 2 days or within 3 days. I'll let you know when you have to hand in homework. For this one, it's a small activity. No need to submit it to me. C'est bon?
Okay.
Oui. You can send me a private message to let me know how was the class, if there's anything to be improved upon, because this is new to me as much as it's new to you as well. Donc, let me know what you thought about this class, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
Yes.
Demain, c'est 5e période, 10h40 à 11h20.
Okay.
Ok.
Allez, merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Yeah, there's a
Au
phone
revoir.
that's
Au revoir.
Got a new car, got a new bitch, and I got a new deal. Only way to sign is get it. Hopping out the raid is get it. Smash on your bitch, just get it. Run up a check, no limit. Popping on X, popping on X, popping on X pills. Got a new car, got a new bitch, and I got a new deal. Pull up to the crib like, what up, bitch? Got a penthouse sitting on my wrist, and my grandma sipping on Eclipse. Got a lot of ice and I'm cool as shit. Any bitches love to talk a lot. Pull out the Porsche, the car garage, and I ain't never had a job. I'm high as fuck, took a trip to Mars. Ice on ice on ice, took a tragic dip. Bitch, you better buy your own flat. Bust down, spark it all light. And you show titties on scrap. Smoke got a pound to the face, just get it. Every 10 day, done did it. Pockets on full like a 24 fitness. 800 benches, laying in the kitchen.
Oh, you like? Hello, Ray.
Yep.
Oh man. So we back in the mine. Got our pickaxe swinging from side to side.
I need you to send us.
This task a grueling one. Hope to find some diamonds too.
Hey, join my meeting. Hey, join my meeting.
Heads up.
Hey,
You hear a sound, turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body. Oh no, it's you again. I could never forget those eyes. Cause baby, tonight the creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. Cause baby, tonight grab your pick, shovel, and bolt again. And run until it's done, until the sun comes up in the morning. Baby, tonight the creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. Just when you missing from right behind.
Send me link.
Ray con tôi điện hành được.
Same link.
Wow. Một xin là được.
Har vi det diskuterat nu?
Don't be tardy, so now you're stuck in there. Half a heart
cannot
is left,
find
but
it.
don't die. Don't fucking baby, tonight the creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. The creep was here. 'Cause baby, tonight grab your pick, shovel, and bolt again. And run until it's done, until the sun comes up in the morning. 'Cause baby, tonight
Really?
the creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. Creepers, you're mine. Dig up diamonds and craft those diamonds and make some armor. Get it, baby, go and forge it like you so
What's
MLG. Follow the
up?
swords made of diamonds, so come at me, bro. Training in your room under the torchlight, hold that form to get you ready for the big fight.
Hey, j'avais
Every single day in the whole
entendu.
night, creepers out prowling.
Accept
off
me,
the
I'm
highway.
asking
Look
to
at me,
join.
look at you. Take my revenge, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a warrior, baby. What else is new?
Cannot.
In my blades, cause
Oh,
baby,
attends,
tonight
toi t'acceptes.
the creepers trying to steal all our stuff again.
Toi t'acceptes. Attends, tu me on fait même on est comment accepte. Moi accepte.
Take revenge.
What?
So fight like it's the last
Non, mais
night
j'ai comme
of
vous
your life. Show them your fight. 'Cause baby, tonight the creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. 'Cause baby, tonight grab your pick,
White
shovel,
wood.
and bolt again. And run until it's done, until the sun comes up in the morning. 'Cause baby, tonight
I don't know
the
how to.
creepers trying to steal all our stuff again. Aha!
Hey, non, j'ai pas encore.
Okay, I'm waiting for the link. Send me the link.
Vai finir Sochi.
No,
This
for
goes out to all my
Franca.
homies.
Jogesh kailan din.
Yeah, no matter the
Jogesh.
day, my homie be there. Be it rain or shine, be it circle or square.
Jogesh kailan din.
McDonald's, you know,
I
he
don't know
always
how.
come through. My homie
Jogesh
seen it for
Mutuju.
me, yeah, he know that I'm true. Tootie be tempting me, but my homie, he raised my internal climate. I can't even begin to describe it. My shoulder to cry on, my homie we spoon, caresses my cheek. He hold my hand in the bathroom, no room for the weak. Always show me memes, take a D for my homie, you know man so to speak. Give him the V-Bucks in exchange for the good suck. Grind my account on Fortnite and kiss my homie goodnight. Kiss your homies before you sleep. If there's no tongue that makes you breathe, kiss your homies before you
Wow.
sleep.
Saya muda.
If there's no tongue
Aku semua pa admin aku sa
that make you breathe.
muka laksa.
Oh, okay.
Take us
Tip
your
so.
homies, homies, no homo. Yeet, yeet.
Send the link.
Sus conquer.
Oh, so that leak normal eh.
Kaka.
Kat kan mesti start server dalam
Oh, kaka. Ayo macam saya gini tahu je. Kija buju.
Almost heaven. West
Kau ni
Virginia.
juga apa dah.
Blue Ridge
Eh,
Mountains.
mereka
Standing
macam
don't
sana.
worry, but
Spirit no.
life is older. Older than the trees. Younger
Ini kan
than the
spirit.
mountains.
Spirit.
Blowing like a breeze. Country
mudah
roads. Take me
Il a bien attends, on va rentrer là. Il
to
va bien
the place.
connecting.
no my night
West Virginia.
Oh yeah, I'll watch you 1v1 on what perspective.
Take me home. Country
Il voulait partir au
roads.
moins.
We will see.
All my memories gather around her. Miners, lady, stranger to blue water.
Il va pour
Dark and
That's 1v1, we know
painted
1v1
on
right?
the sky.
Tantan orang
Misty
pun
as
kira.
the moonshine. Teardrop in my eye. Blue country
macam
roads.
boleh on
Take me home.
Non. Il fait un peu de bloqué. Kita service na AR.
Country
Yeah,
roads.
dia kan dalam business tadi
Voice in the morning hour, she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far
En fait,
away. Driving down
je me fais
the
des
road, I
systèmes.
get a feeling
No,
that I
why?
should have been home yesterday.
Et papa specté, c'est le specté.
Country road, take me home to the place I've been.
Ah, écoute-moi. The chapel send him reach out to us. Okay?
Country road,
Yes. Are you?
country road,
We need
take
one.
me home.
It is like a business to that.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama,
Eh,
take me home.
tu vois, tu vas bien.
Hey, hey,
When
na,
you say
na,
that.
hey, hey, na, 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 hey,
But you want to
The Spider-Man.
Hey, hi.
Who's this
Hi.
one?
Non, mais que je comprends.
hey,
Eh,
na, 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 hey, hey, na, na, na,
ouais. Parce que ça paraît de c'est
country road.
Une sablier?
Non.
Non, même pas pour faire.
C'est un peu PDF, Marie.
Qu'est-ce que ça fait faire un PDF?
PDF, non?
Un PDF.
Yeah, il y avait un PDF ou bien Word
Who is
document.
1 HP? Who?
Le dessus.
Ok, là, t'es
Yeah.
pas. Là? Tu vas.
Now,
I
here's
can't
my
see.
song
We're recording
for
one
you.
time,
Yeah, that's right. I wish that I was yours, but I'm too shy, I suppose.
Sama begitu no.
If only I could just
You're doing
conjure a
it
spell.
one like
Kapow, hocus, hocus, hocus. Then you and I could be together for all time, I suppose. Is it love that makes my heart go boom, boom, boom? Yeah, I suppose.
Joanne vô con pizza có một về một phần cố gắng đi Freddie Mercury.
More than yesterday, I suppose.
Condition?
Yeah, yeah.
Condition, je finis de condition. Et de condition.
Yeah. Yeah, saya tambah
Si mon papa ne m'arrive bien, on va